Okay, I saw like recommend to everybody that cut to. So now this is a little different. It's a different setup. Okay, so we have a new TikTok. I did have to sit up here and do a whole little process. Actually, happy that I was a little early. Um, so it's technically only 1 minute early. So for me, basically, what I would do is have some type of background going on. I usually listen to YouTube, have YouTube music going. That would be like different type of what do you call it? Nasheeds is what people like to call it. I just call it Islamic music, Islamic poetry, and things and such. I may change over my face garment piece into another one because I got coffee and I got to read these. So it's a little different. I am going to try to do a backdrop because when I did check, I think my YouTube before I came over here, I didn't have any questions on YouTube. I didn't really give it enough days in order to go into, hey, ask questions and things. I did post it on TikTok. I posted it on Facebook, which I think also go to my Instagram. So I'm gonna check them out really quick. Um, so basically, this is my first live. My name is Malika. I go by Change Energy, and it's that Muslim is just something I like to say because, you know, hey, that Muslim, that one over there, I don't know why. It's just something that sounded cute, nice. Change Energy has been my introduction and my main name for my TikTok and the process of me going through something. And it's just like, hey, if I want to see a production and change in the people that I'm putting myself around, I have to be that production and change in myself. You're only going to be around like minded people, people that are like you or related to certain situations that you're in. You're only going to pick up and hang around those type of situations that you're in. Um, this will be my. So, yeah, like I said, I did do that on Instagram and I also did that on Facebook. I think I do have my areas added. But I don't want to let this be just a sit video. As I said, I would answer some questions. Most of the questions I've been getting on my feeds or seeing on my feeds has not been according to, hey, this is the Islamic question. This is a question about you. I've been having a lot of the comments I've also seen now coming um, on YouTube where people ask questions or make statements about Islam. So I feel like most of my time, most of the time, having a conversation on TikTok or I'm posting a video on TikTok, someone relates the comment and I reply to the comment, whether it be something personal, whether it be something in Islam, whether it be, you know, how would I handle a situation? Most of my lives on TikTok were because of those topics. Hey, you asked a question, let me give my feedback. So I would like to do something like that on YouTube, you know, kind of like a TikTok chat or something. But yeah, we're new to it. I haven't figured out what was my niche. So currently I am a stay-at-home wife. We are trying to conceive TTC. You're going to see in some of my videos. Um, I'm in my mid 30s. My husband is in his mid 30s. I have Facebook. Y'all probably won't see it on my old computer, but um, it's in my back photo. So in my back photo, we do have my Facebook name is just my name, Malika. My TikTok and my Instagram follows with my YouTube. So they're all in line. You will see the Nakabi, obviously. Okay, so trying to go back to my other questions that I had. I should have been writing these down, being a little prepared, but it's like I got views and I got likes on the videos more than a response on the videos. So I can't really say too much for that. Um, I'm gonna bring up my TikTok at the same time and maybe give us a little backdrop so question and answers can be asked. And TikTok is my safe space. So it was something, hey, I'm going live, I'm jumping on somebody else live, we're having a conversation and some feedbacks are coming in, or somebody asks a question directly to me, or the group discussion and just hearing other people's feedback and responses is much different. Um, Going back to what I was stating about certain niches outside of being a wife, outside of loving to cook. Obviously, most of my videos are mostly cooking. And I guess I'm a Muslim. Most of my things are going to be on me being Muslim. So I did do a background. It's not going to allow me to show y'all my little feed. Our little camera over here is obviously a little older, but not going to allow me to show y'all my little feed. But I basically have my backdrop photo up and engaging in a talk. I may try to use it as my background here because it is nice. But yeah. So I guess things that I should have been talking about, just essentially I will be doing a $12 mystery gift. I'm not going to call it a free gift. It's basically you covering shipping for yourself. Shipping here is $11.95 in Texas to ship out with the basic containers. So we're doing the $12 ship out with the gift. I'm basically putting some items of me getting rid of stock into a container. You're paying shipping, you get the items, whatever that may be. It could be soap, it could be containers, far as like not containers that you're going to put your products in to sell. I do have some of those that I've been selling along on TikTok, but like mugs, tumblers, and things like that, or it may be shea butter, candles, wax cubes, and such. So I decided I was changing the name of that. So I have it as a product or products mystery gift, and that is $12. I will be posting it later on my TikTok shop, so I will be able to do so. Um, and that will allow me to be able to have people that want to go through their source to do so, but also allow me to, I guess, go other places outside of YouTube because we've only been posting a little videos here and there. And it's like part business. It was initially going to be business. And, yeah, moving, changing states and doing something different um, made me change the process of how I'm doing things. It's a lot quiet. And like I said, I don't know a lot about YouTube. They do have a lot of little things going on here. Welcome to live chat. And I don't know if this is me picking like different screens or my volume. hmm So yeah, it do give me a couple apps just to change some stuff. But I do need to grab me something so I can go ahead and get my coffee together. It is so quiet. I kind of want to get my husband's phone, but again, um, the TikTok backgrounds and the sounds and I haven't really watched other people YouTubes. I'm not a person that like to look at the like certain things in a day. If you're cooking something, I'm interested in cooking, I'm gonna watch that. If you're doing something far as like a building something that I'm trying to look into, maybe trying to look up a different recipe or something, then it's a lot different. Yeah. So I can't really say. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to need a second. Now I wanted to dress up, do a little something so different. And I don't want my first live to be, hey, let me get into a class. Let me be on live cooking. I felt like, hey, my people need to know me. They kind of need to have an understanding of how I am, where my sense of humor come in, or hey, as my husband likes to say, that sister is very direct. Are you going to be on your YouTube and be direct like that? I'm like, I don't know. I want to say the funniest thing I've heard him say was he was happy that I was at home, and I'm like, you happy? Like, you seem a little bit too relaxed. Like, are you okay? He said, yeah. He said, I feel safe. And I'm like, safe? Like, why do you feel safe? You feel safe because I'm at home? Okay. I'm thinking as a wife, okay, I'm not out having to go be in traffic, going to work. Somebody may say something or do something crazy. He said, no. He said, I'm just safe. You can be very direct. I said, oh, so he was worried about me getting beat up. That's what it was. Yeah. Um, I was going to get the other phone too. I was more so just thinking about me drinking my coffee and seeing. I really like this background. I think I'm going to send it to myself, and I don't know if TikTok is going to. YouTube is going to give me a background. I'm kind of really nervous to touch something because I don't know a lot about this. As y'all see, I have like a camera screen that need to be a little bit fixed up. It could be a little better or something like that. So we're gonna have to work on these little gadgets. I would have thought they had some type of content for me to do, something different. Um, I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna be on here. My whole goal was like an introduction. I only have 87 followers. I appreciate every last one of y'all because other than that, I wouldn't have the people. I wouldn't have the 50 people in order to go live. So this is me branching out, opening up, and trying to bring my life into, I guess, content. Be a little bit open with networking and things. Whether it be me teaching and telling other people about the advantages and things that I've been learning, or me learning from other people and implementing them in my life the way that I do things. So my bigger topics I tend to come across obviously deals with my parents and me being Muslim, mostly because I'm in other Muslim chat rooms, having conversations, asking questions or answering questions, giving feedback or certain experiences that I've had. I enjoy cooking because I'm very picky and I don't really like other people's food, mostly shy until I can have a one on one. I'm not, hey, we're all about to sit and chat and have a whole group discussion and it not have a purpose. Um, so I guess I can shy more off and I prefer direct directs. I do like chat rooms. I don't know if I would be like a Twitch person. I've been on Facebook on and off over the years since about 2008, and I don't go live. TikTok, you hiding behind a screen, something else is there and it's blocking you. You don't have to be present and stuff. I can also see myself on there because my camera was switched around, but um yeah, it made it a little easier to communicate and express myself because I didn't have to be open. I didn't have to have the confidence of being on the screen or worried about somebody was going to look at my video and be like, oh, that girl, or how she looking, or she look like that and she doing that. So a lot of judgmental thoughts that I guess I had portrayed on myself, some things I was trying to do, like, hey, show my sense of humor through other videos and things like that, especially not having like a group of friends that can help me do these videos. So, how could I put that out? But my things I enjoy is basic. I like the garden, I like to cook, I like to read, find new things out. I like to make stuff, hence my business. Um, I'm not going to say I really like to be Jamila, beautiful, and things like that. But my husband makes me want to be beautiful, so I tend to do things different because of that. Assalamu alaikum. My husband makes me want to be beautiful, so it's like, oh, okay. I know my husband gonna like this. Okay, and I feel like since I've been home more, it's been more as to um oh, okay, you don't have to do this. That's too much. And you would think, hey, I've been sitting up here, I've been working my job and I've been doing X, Y, and Z. And my husband have asked me, is it too much for you? Like, do you need to sit down? Like, maybe you shouldn't, do all the other stuff. You can quit if you want to. And I'm just like, I'm going. And now it's like I'm not working. It's like you still need the help. you don't have to cook. You can do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I'm so confused. like, but alhamdulillah. Um, I haven't figured out what my online appearance will be. So I guess while he's sitting up here, I can work out in his journey. I've been figuring out like different schedules. What I would like to talk about. I know I want to do a ghusl and a wudu topic. I would prefer to make a video of those rather than being live and having that one topic and after I repeat it, it can be easy just pop and sharing clip bits. We're learning about that. Assalamu alaikum rahma. We're learning about those different things and how those may be. So, in my schedule, I have picked some days where I want to do my Islamic studies. Days I want to be like, hey, I'm just dedicated to being a wife because I don't want my husband off days to be like, hey, she's still over there on that social media. Even though he suggested, um, hey, people like to do other things at night. Maybe you should pick the times of the night in Texas, especially because either you're working Monday through Friday and having a weekend off, or you're working and like it's like mainly everybody is getting back home around 5, 6 o'clock. It's a little bit better. Whereas, hey, you're in your office and you're trying to turn me down because I'm talking too much, or I got music in the background doing the bobbling and the weaving and everything. That'll be a little different. So I do have like I noticed it's been a lot more time in the day. Usually I would separate everything like do this day, that day, and change it up for this day. And now it's like I wake up and after helping my husband and get assisted and out the door, it's just like, what? Today, I did vlog. So I'm trying to add that into my day, vlogging. So I woke up, I did some studying. Then after that, I'm like, I'm tired. I want to go back to sleep. My coffee was not helping me. I want to go back to sleep. I end up not going to sleep, but all right, let me study another topic. Maybe that'll help me a little bit. Before I get online and start looking, the engaging and interacting and things that I'm learning about. And it's like, whew, okay, maybe do something different. So I got up, I exercised a little bit, I took a walk for about 25 minutes. I came back and then I laid across my bed and I said, we're going to engage. We're going to look up some stuff. We're going to do this. I engaged, I think, a little bit longer than I wanted to. I did post some videos. I did edit, and I don't know if I posted a video, but I might have posted a video for today's vlog. Um, Trying to be consistent in the most of the posting. I didn't want to be that, hey, that person that's always popping up on somebody's timeline, that person that keep on posting and interacting and things like that. But how are y'all going to know me if I'm not posting, I'm not interacting? The editing and wanting to get in their pretty videos and their little pop-ups and things like that is nice, but you're learning. So I'm available and open for tips and everything like that. Assalamu alaikum, Ali. Thank you for the likes. So, yeah. Now, um, with that process, I know with the TTC, I would like the um, workout. We're going to be taking our notes. This is what I do in my free time. And get things out of my brain onto the process to work with it. So over here we get our billboard on our live on what we're going to do on TikTok next week. Today was just a answer a question, see how I'm going to be interacting with my subscribers and what I want to interact about. I'm a wife. I'm going to talk about being a wife. I'm trying to be a mom, which is TTC. I can't really say mom or, what type of niches or how that would go until that process come. That would be after TTC. So I could say my TTC is goal to be a mommy. I am Muslim. So there are going to be Muslim comments. There are going to be Muslim subjects. There's going to be people asking questions, whether direct questions they would really just sincerely want to know the answer of, or foolishness where they trying to make mockery, and I can either ignore it, I'm gonna like it, and however you feel as you feel, you have the freedom to feel however you would like to feel, or I'm gonna respond. Not in an ignorant way that you may respond. I could possibly be ignorant, and most times if we're interacting and stuff like that, it's mostly just using common sense. I don't know where you get the logic from, but where did you get it from? How could I help you to understand my concept and be respectful of it? So, a lot of times, especially on TikTok, it's been a lot of boom, let me throw this in there, boom, let me say this, boom. And I'm talking about the photos and the comments and everything. I don't know if YouTube can get photos in the comments, but as far as like some of the comments that I see, and it just makes me question sometimes. So I'm that person that's a little different because now I'm questioning, where does this logic come from? Where are you asking this because of yourself? And if I can help and give you an answer, I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to try to look up and see Islamically if I don't already know what it means in the Christianity terms. So a lot of times I'm going to automatically assume Christianity. Sometimes it's Israelites that come and ask questions or make statements, and it's just like, okay, so maybe you don't know that this is in a book, and you should also think the same way. You should also believe the same way. So never here to hurt anybody's feelings. Never here to be a little bit too harsh, not to be disrespectful or anything like that. I will love to be respected. I cannot choose how anybody come in and respond and stuff like this. I don't think I'm a fan of blocking, but you know, like it's more so brush it off. People respond and act certain ways out of ignorance, and sometimes it's just what they were taught or what they assumed. You never want to go understand what someone else said or what you saw and understood what was behind it before you reacted, or something that may have triggered you, whether it be something that you've seen, you heard somebody do, makes you to respond in that way. I've seen a whole bunch of cats outside, and you know, every time I come outside, these cats want me to feed them. I would think these cats are homeless, assumingly so, but all those cats can actually live in somebody else's house, and they just like to come meet out and hang out in that spot. And I so happenly to live in the spot the cats hang out, and just thought they were homeless. Um, Very just small narrative. Hi Valeria. Hi Nor. Gladys. Welcome in, Constance. I see a couple people in the chat. Could y'all go ahead and hit on the lights? If y'all have any questions, I am on YouTube Live, so y'all can go ahead and drop them in the chat. I know we do have some different content on YouTube than we have on TikTok, especially because it's a lot of interacting on TikTok on the videos, whether it be through videos or whether it's through it's a lot more interaction, whereas YouTube, I get a lot more likes. I'm starting to get subscribers, and I don't know what that niche is. I don't know what y'all like. Only thing I can do is, hey, let me cook. Hey, I feel like I need to record this. But a lot of times I'm enjoying whatever it is that I'm doing. And sometimes it's just out of mishap, like, hey, it's not right timing. I don't know how a lot of people just find the screen time. Like, this is definitely a dedicated job for me. Find time to say, hey, let me just pick up my phone, let me pick up my camera, let me do X, Y, and Z. And alhamdulillah, I got a supportive husband that's like, hey, you gonna come home and you're gonna go online and try to figure out how to YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll buy you a camera. Okay, alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, Sophia. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Shay. Hi, Kev. I'm not good with names. So that last name that just came in. But right now we're streaming on TikTok on my phone because this is our main device that I do most of my content and everything hanging on my platforms. And YouTube is on my laptop. And it's mainly things that I send, I port over, and I allow my self to like edit or try to do different things, or it have been on my computer, and I'm trying to figure it out because it's been 3 years that I sat on it and I did nothing. 45 is welcome in. So yeah, we're working on the little processes and stuff. Dot. Go ahead and tap. So it's that Muslim is, hey, I'm Muslim, some people can identify who you are, even though I'm amongst a whole bunch of different Muslims. And it's like, I don't know if it's my eyes, if it's my personality or something that's different. So in that process, it's that Muslim, hey, I'm her. If you forget my name, Malika is that Muslim, what I've been noticing since I've been in Texas, in Michigan, you do have a lot of people there social, and it doesn't matter how I look, they're going to interact. They may ask questions, or they still see a human outside of whatever it is that's going in life. I'm shopping, I'm moving among something. A lot of times where brothers just like, hey, I'm about to be, she obviously respect herself. Alhamdulillah. In Texas, everybody is anti-social, like a little bit spread off. It is a lot of different races here, mainly Mexicans, Africans, some white people, maybe some other mixed foreigners, and then Black people. I'm amongst the Black people. So it's a little different. The mosques are different. It's a lot of mosque here, but like that's a little different than back home. So my main interaction have been online, Even back home, it was online, but I still had classes like I had in person. I interacted with sisters. I went to Holocaust. The sisters were doing something, going to the park in order to do, I'm going to say a brunch or something because not the other word and the meaning behind it and everything like that. So I was a lot more social then, whereas the last year I've been in Texas, my social life has been work. Hey, I don't want to sit in the house and do the same thing every day. Let me go to work. Let me find a job. Let me give something else to interact. But while interacting and doing other things, I'm like, this is pulling me away from my Islamic life. Hey, I want to do all this other stuff. I want to travel. And yes, I feel like this is going to help us or whatever the case may be, but it's not really helping us because spiritually, we feel a little different, different environments, not a controlled boundary settings. I mean, boundaries set, boundaries followed, but far as like the comfort of my home, the peace, just certain reminders that may be around you that's like, okay, alhamdulillah, peace, not having certain things that you don't want to deal with or see involved in that process. So yeah. Assalamu alaikum, Amina, and that girl Dana, Laura, Janelle. Welcome in, welcome in. I still don't have questions yet. So far, we've been on here for about 30 minutes. Um, I did check my Facebook, my Instagram. I did not check my TikTok. I ended up going on TikTok first. And I don't really know how to check it on my other screens and bringing something up. So we're going to leave it all alone for right now because, as I stated, most of my comments have been, hey, I'm about to post someone looking like me and then maybe a garbage bag. That was the one I got a recent, I think, yesterday. And I'm funny. I laugh at it because it's funny. It's disrespectful, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm wired a little different. That's all I can say. It's not funny. So when people comment and like or say certain things on my videos and stuff, and I'm commenting on them, or I may like on them and stuff, you know, hey, it's not really bothered. We've been like this for a couple years now. I've done heard a kid in the store like, hey, like what is that like, you know? But and the kid don't know. The kid wasn't taught. The kid is probably just now seeing someone that looked like this. It's definitely not a lot of hijabis in my area. So I'm not expecting that child to know or that child to go on TV and watch and see people that look like us. And even with content creators, I'm not seeing a lot of Muslims that look like me. So I didn't want to just be like, hey, everybody want this. Everybody needs to see this. Everybody is such, and just hide who I was because I got a personality just like that sister got a personality. Hey, I got a face and the person that I got a face and a concept, know how to cook or clean or whatever these little niches it is that is going to be the new content. And why should I not try or why should I not present myself if that sister could? So we have gardening. We're not even going to talk about this garden experience in Texas, but I think I got some videos that I'm going to share that I had in the past. And maybe I need to make a folder for like passing so that y'all know it's old. But at the same time, it's like if you click on the folder, just go through the folder. I do it when I suggest to certain classes, like, okay, hey, this class is on this hadith or this tafsir or, something like that. I'm going to go to the folder. You done sometimes watch videos in the past or, hey, that video is just not related to you right now. But that folder is going to be about gardening, whether the past or future, it got gardening in it. Cooking, past or the future, it got gardening in it. I want to say the new things far as food, for the foodies, I have been doing, trying to do more healthy things, again, relating back to the TTC and trying to find what my my foods are, what helps and benefit me and also my spouse. So not only learning about my system, but his system, and you know, something I would need to pay more attention to because I don't know how to feed no kid. I be seeing so many moms and things like that when they do their shopping and they be getting all these different super fruits, and it's like, make me a smoothie. I don't want to have to chew. So it's a lot that I'm going to need to learn in the health thing. And it's not that I eat bad or I pick up bad foods or, got the wrong sugars or something like that. It's just, yeah. What do I need in order to help my body to produce what I need in order to conceive? Is something that my husband can do more or less of in order to help us conceive and also to be healthy parents, because it's not just working out and eating a clean diet. I feel like my camera is a little shady, ugly over here, but we gonna leave it alone. Hi user, hi green eyes. For soon Senda. I am not good with names, but hi and welcome in. So like I said, TTC, foodie, stay at home wife. And I have been doing this other one, and it's SAHU. SAHU. So stay at home Umi, because Umi in Arabic is for the mother. So with that being, hey, I'm gonna stay at home mom, but if I'm saying, hey, it's that Muslimah, we gotta be telling you certain things that if I'm talking and I'm communicating with my child and you ever hear them in the background, certain things they're going to use or they're going to be talking about or saying, Umi, Umi. Now, I have my mom and my phone is Umi, but I call her mom, or I sometimes say Umi just to see if she's going to pick on her or whatever the case may be. But it, Umi, Abi, so, or Baba. So, yeah. I am going to try to look for better times. So far, the 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I know we can be in a couple different places. I'm used to being at Eastern Standard Time. So I have to realize, even when trying to go and recreate the website, we're not Eastern. Maybe I can put both there, but change the time from Eastern to Central if it's that way, or from Central to Eastern if you somewhere else. I do want to do another day, but I don't want to do just like Saturday and Sundays. It's going to be some Saturdays where it's like, my husband's going to be like, hey, let's get up and just go out of town, or hey, let's get up and just go do it. Peace. Y'all going to get a blog. Y'all going to see something, but I gotta go. I'm a wife first. So I know, like, guaranteed on Sundays I could have y'all. I could be here. I could be present. I didn't already meet my prayer, and I'm sitting here. I'm ready. Y'all got me. Y'all got me up until my other phone is right here. Up until next prayer go off. But and that's if we kind of screaming. I guess it would determine on my feedback. Hey, if I'm just sitting here talking to myself, I'm giving out my whole life in this live, and y'all just give me half a view, and don't subscribe. Gonna feel some type of way, just a little bit. We still gonna come back, and hopefully somebody else gonna be like, she talked too much, but I like her. Oh, we're not gonna try to pronounce that name. And the other thing that I wanted to been doing, I think I like the little setting that I got going on doing the TikTok and the YouTube. One, because it will help me to interact both ways. So we're lacking and having comments and interaction here on YouTube, that we will be open and have interaction on TikTok. We can get some raw, real reactions. I know on TikTok I can go and I can actually take my video, make some edits, and share it and do however it is I want to do once I download that whole content. YouTube, we still new. I think this may post because it had me like set up my whole little format on what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be called, and things. So yeah. And I want to know what y'all think about my background photo. And y'all won't know I asked this question unless y'all come and watch this video and y'all done made it about this 40 minutes through because it's 2:10. Um, y'all made it this 40 minutes through. So y'all can actually respond and tell me what it is that y'all thought. Now, I would say maybe I'm not talking, but if I ain't see these little speaker things moving, oh, ain't do nothing. But yeah, if I ain't see the speaker things moving, I would probably think that I wasn't. And I don't know how I was going to respond if I didn't, but at least we got it on TikTok. And maybe I can voice audio it over here on YouTube, kind of clip it, put it together. It may not line up as far as my hands and everything like that, but y'all will hear me. So, I guess questions that people did not ask that I can answer for myself. My favorite color is purple. It's like in between the lavender and the royal purple. Don't know what color that is. That's just what it is, and it look cute. Do I like to wear it? No. Um, I don't know. I do like to wear it, but I just don't have like any outer garments of it. But it's not like that serious. I need to have stuff purple or anything like that. Favorite character growing up, I'm going to say Scooby Doo. And I'm probably going to leave these answers in this live and come back and ask these questions. And the answers can't change because I got proofs that I'm a grown woman and I still got certain things that will show these answers. Okay. So I'm going to say one bear first, the other proof, house shoes. What else? I already said I'm in my mid-30s. I'm obviously Muslim. Hey, name and attire. I'm from Michigan, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, and I currently stay in Dallas, Texas. So I moved because of marriage. I've been Muslim since I was 18. Um, I started off in the Nation of Islam, first learning about certain things and experiences and basically what Islam was from the understanding that they had in the nation. I started studying Sunni Islam in about 2013. I was still kind of mixing back and forth each ways, but I eventually went to Sunni Islam and, just studying different concepts and ways of life. And before 18, I was Christian. Not calling myself Christian, more so because I had my challenges growing up in my understanding and certain different debates and things I didn't understand. I wasn't getting the proper questions or the proper answers to questions that I needed. And at 16, I'm like, look, I'm about to live my life. I'm about to go around and do what I want to do, have the life I want to live. Until God say, hey, it's time. And yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be so soon, but alhamdulillah, it was time. It's time for me to do something different, act different. I wasn't really too much off than the way that I am now, but yeah. So I was brought up in a Christian, Pentecostal, Baptist, mixed back and forth household. Um, 18, became into the nation. Then years later, um, while going through a divorce, I transitioned over to Sunni Islam. So yes, that was just another hint. I was married more than once. So my current husband is not the husband that I'm saying that I had the divorce with, obviously. Um, yeah. That name is so different because it got English and Arabic. Mihar Rihan. Assalamu alaikum out there. But yeah. So where was I at? Oh, 18, Muslim nation, and then Sunni Islam. So that was what, 2010, I want to say 2010, 2015, and now it's 2025, so 15 years. In other words, I just told you my age too. Hi, Patty, Khalil. So, yes, back to that. Um, after what was that? Oh, I was at it's 15 years. It's been 15 years. I think, yeah, 2010 to 2025. We're at the end of 2025, so almost 16 years. And no, we did not start off this way. This was just something that came along the way of studying and understanding what Islam was, what it offered, and it wasn't that I had challenges then. Like it was certain people in my family that had questions or they had jokes and things, and it was just like, wow, like y'all really feel that way. Like I'm the same person. I'm just believing a little different than I thought the other day. No, got a little bit more knowledge than I had 2 weeks ago. So it was kind of little hurtful and things like that. But I changed that hurtful process into let me study more. Okay, you just said X, Y, and Z. Let me go find it in your book so I can also show you what I mean because I could tell you what Islam says all day and it wouldn't phase you because you don't believe the same thing. Whereas, hey, Islam says this, but your book also says this. And it kind of helped strengthen me more in my belief and my confidence. And it was just like, oh, it became a habit and a thing that I wanted to do. So when people leave hateful comments or when they use, hey, let me try to be ignorant or say something funny or something like that, it'd be funny because it's new. It's just a different way of how someone did something. Or you're saying something and hey, you can mean that, but you can also mean something else. So let me be clear. You just said boom, boom, pow, boom, da, 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 all this other stuff for sorority or something, or the other little number. I was like in the fourth grade, 911, and it's just like y'all use that as thus, and you making that comment to me, like, how would you expect me to feel? Like, are you trying to tell me, hey, join the squad? Or are you trying to tell me, hey, I'm one of them because I look like this? And most times it's because people don't do their research and know what actually caused those certain occasions to happen or situations to happen and what people were involved. I had someone say something about Arabs the other day because they just assumed because I look like this, I was Arab. Yes, you do have black Arabs. I did not know this. I didn't really care to study this, but yeah. So yeah, I'm looking like this. I'm wearing these clothes. I'm having a conversation on the video, and that's just the first thing that you thought, assumption, without asking. And that could have been a question that they could have put in the chat. Hey, are you Arab? Oh, I only feel this way about Arabs. You're commenting on somebody else's page and you don't know what they are, who they are, and you're just making assumptions. So yes, it's funny. If y'all see me liking it, I'm sorry. I don't be attending to. Sometimes I'm just be laughing or I be showing my husband like, look. It became a thing now. Like this person just said X, Y, and Z, And sometimes I'd be wanting to be like, hey, let me go ahead and respond. Let me get this person some attention. Let me put this in the video. Or you just said something and it was just like, this was so ignorant. I just hope nobody else think like this. Let me take this and now I'm about to crop and we're going to talk about this. Because I need to dial you up on all your other friends that keep making the same comment because I just seen it about 10 times this week. And we're about to talk about it. Of course, more hate comments, more situations and stuff like that. But weeding out the areas where you can actually use it to put some good in it because it don't phase me. I have other people coming on, they be saying comments and stuff like this. And granted, I should probably think about my brothers and sisters and how they feel they actually say in the comments. It's on my post. I should actually think about how they feel. And hey, let me go ahead and delete this. Let me say that was helpful. Let me block this person, but no, because it's you putting your image out of yourself that way. And you were okay with letting it be seen, you know. Even if I delete it, it's gonna be somewhere in some type of file cloud or anything like that. But you decided to put this self-image of yourself out, this self-hate about yourself out. And whether you did it to hurt me, to hurt other people, or to make it feel some type of way, whether I laughed at it, whether I responded, or whatever the case may be, that's that. And at the end of the day, once I get to my 1K subscribers on YouTube and whatever Instagram and all those other people pay, and you want to comment all your like hateful comments or whatever the case, baby, all means, by all means, honey, because you just got me another interaction. You just got me the X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. And I hope the people in the comments come and eat you up. I'm not going to eat you up. I'm going to just come in a very nice, positive, calming, mothering nature. And I'm probably give you some facts under your comment that you just made while everybody looking at it. And whether they agree with you with the comment or not agree with you with the comment, I'm going to get my feedback because you left a comment for me to do what I wanted to. Hi, Felicia. And is that Senna Boo? Yeah. So I don't know. My timing. Um, I did start at 1:30. Um, they got some more stuff to interact in. I don't know what is a pop out chat, but we don't want to find out what that is yet. So I'm trying to think about a question I can put in the chat. I mean, this question may be in a couple different places. But I'm gonna put that question in my chat. I'm not gonna tell y'all what time it is because obviously if you watched it, you're gonna see it here. I will be trying to do some, I guess, teachable lives. I don't know because we still shy. And again, it's a lot of different things that I wouldn't want to give out the wrong information. So my thing is just to be here for a good time, commute, and interact with other people. Says somebody is trying to invite me to co-host. I don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, commute and interact with other people, get some networking, maybe get out the house and do some other things, halal things, inshallah. And just kind of see where they go. Hi, Dennis. Hi, JJ. So if that gives me like a good feedback and interaction and stuff like this, some with traveling, some without traveling, hopefully sisters that would join maybe a book club or something to do something and come together and hey, hold each other responsible as doing readings that we should automatically be doing and go from there. So if you found the question in the chat, that means that you stayed around this time and you can actually see it pop up within the YouTube. It does have a time stamp on it, a time stamp on it. So if you heard what that was, just answer it. When I get to my 1,000, I'm going to be doing a raffle. And I'm not sure what gifts I'm going to be giving out, but it's just going to be something that I send out because I made it to my 1,000 subscribers. That is my first goal that I do have. It was TikTok followers for 10,000, but I'm learning as we go along through our process that it is other ways to make money on TikTok. I just haven't figured out which ways those are. Um, Tomorrow will be officially 1 week since I've been home and deciding to, not interact with the work life and doing other things and being content in that because it's been a hard challenge back and forth for a year now. My husband keeps saying, and I'm like, oh, let me push it back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in June. I'm gonna do it when we get back from vacation. I'm gonna do it at this time. I'm gonna do it when we pay off this. Like it was just so many excuses that I was giving myself that later was better. We got so much stuff we need to do rather than taking that opportunity to actually, hey, let me sit back and see what do Malika want? What do I need to be doing for myself in order to get those things that I want? One of those are children, meaning I need to be a little bit more healthy and, paying attention to certain things that I'm doing. And hey, when I do conceive, I'm not going to be working. So do I want to go through this hardship and this pain later, trying to figure out how I'm going to sit down, be pregnant, or how I'm going to sit down and be a mom full time to my children? What program am I going to have set up? What am I going to teach the child when they start advancing a little faster than I'm probably recognizable of because I'm used to dealing with other people's children and sending them back. Where as something is different. Oh, I don't know if I want to interact with these people on TikTok. Yeah, because I'm getting a lot of invites. And yeah, we don't really go live and do challenges and stuff like that. Lately, I have been trying to do the little challenges. I don't know why my name is popping up and I haven't like put out any type of invites. So yeah. I'm an open book. My husband tell me not to be so open. So with that being, um, he said we're gonna have to filter and check some of these comments. I don't know if you could just be out there, just don't be so direct. So that's his fear. He fear I'm being a little too direct and I'm gonna get beat up. Even though I can fight and we just sometimes can be a little direct and I prefer it that way personally for me because you already know what it is. It's no confusion and we both understood, If I done told you something 5 years ago, I'm going to remember what I told you 5 years ago because it was facts and it's what I believed to be right or whatever that situation may be. I'm going to remember what it was. Hey, we interact. It was this. I may not remember your name, but I'm going to remember your face and I'm going to remember the situation. But if I'm lying to you, 5 years, you come back around and you be like, oh, XYZ, I have no clue what you're talking about because I made that up off the top of my dome. Just trying to give you something to get out my face. If I don't know, I don't know. That means it was not my part of my conversation. That was not with me. That was for the wrong person. Okay, so I do have a couple points over here to do. don't know if I want to like come back and go live on my TikTok a little later. I do want to spend this week and decide what my times are going to be. When are my engagement going to be? What are we going to talk about? I also do plan on like doing a name board. I don't know where we was going to set the name board up at, but I guess right now this is my little whole little workspace, and then Mr. My corner. So I guess I do need to also try how that's going to look with my names. So I guess like with top gift fairs and Talent, because you're right here. The last person just came in the room. I'm going to write her name. Oh, that look all discombobulated. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to be flopping that for TikTok. I meant for for the other one. I don't know, cause one look right and one don't. So I don't really know. It's a little different. And I just turned myself around to look and be on my photo for TikTok. I do like the way my camera is on TikTok. So especially because my camera is a lot better, I do want to try to go live off my phone next time, and that would probably be a little better for me. I like the actual visual and how everything looks. Let me flop this around again so you all can see, I guess, in a part of me that's going to be there, or move myself. So I will be going live on TikTok. It will look like this. And I guess if I'm in the picture or if I'm somewhere there, it will be here. To find my TikTok, it's the same as my YouTube. Facebook, it's on my backdrop. I just seen that I maybe should edit and put all my YouTube names in there. If it changes, y'all will know if I did. And yeah. If y'all have any tips, I done laid down my first umpteen years of life in here with these questions that I had to make up on my own because I didn't get any questions in none of my folders that I put out last week. So other than that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end my stream. If you all like the videos, go ahead and put the thumbs up. Go ahead and leave me a comment, leave me a question. I will try to answer the questions. I know it's a lot different from TikTok, so it will not pop up on my screen, but I will try to get to those questions in whatever way TikTok will allow me, whatever way YouTube allow me to answer them. But other than that, peace for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.